Hey everyone, it's Anne here from English Valley Cafe. Today in this video lesson, we're going to talk about English slang. I got a question from one of the viewers here asking about doozy, the meaning of doozy. So I'm going to talk about that, and also I'm going to throw in a few more slang that I think are pretty popular in North America at least, and that you might hear on TV shows or just in conversations among English speakers. Slang is informal, so you want to be very careful when you are in like a formal situation. You want to avoid using these informal slang. And also in writing as well. I mean, unless you're just doing some, informal writing or you're chatting with a friend, which is completely fine to use slang. So our first word is doozy, and this is a noun. And it means that something that is just one of its kind. It's very unique, it's different, something that is special, unusual. And usually we refer to something that is unusually bad. Okay, now there are certain contexts that people might use it to mean that something that is unusually good. Okay, but be careful when they use that to mean something unusually good, because sometimes there might be sarcasm involved. Okay, so it just really depends on the context. So one tip here when you are learning new English words is to learn it in context and see how that word is used in a certain sentence or in that context. So for example, that was a doozy of a crime. That was a doozy of a crime, meaning that that crime is unusually bad. Or the color is a doozy and it makes the kitchen pop. Okay, so here I'm using doozy to mean something positive. That color is a doozy and it makes the kitchen pop. Our next slang is a bummer. Bummer, and this one is quite common when people are feeling that disappointment about something. So for example, let's say you've made arrangements with a friend to go camping over the weekend, but all of a sudden your car broke down and you can't make it to this camping trip. So you have to call your friend and say, you know what, I'm sorry, I cannot make it. So your friend might say, oh, that's a bummer. That's a bummer. So this is a good expression to use when you are feeling that disappointment about something. The next one is shady. Shady, and this is an adjective. Shady means that somebody's action is questionable. You have a doubt. Like you're like, are you sure is that true? Did that really happen? It's questionable. So for example, let's say that last night you saw somebody walking around your neighborhood and they look kind of weird, out of place, that they're not supposed to be there. You might question and say, oh, that person looks kind of shady. I hope you enjoyed this video and got something out of it. If you did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And if you're looking for more English slang video lessons, check out these videos over here. And also, I'm gonna leave a link down in the description box where I was honored to be on English with Rob's podcast, where we talked about different slang from the UK and also from the US. Some are used back in the 90s, some people still use nowadays. And we also talked a little bit about some things about California. So if you're interested, I'll leave the link down in the description below, and you can also check that out. It's a good listening practice, and you'll also learn a lot of vocabulary as well. All right, thank you so much for joining me for this video, and I will see you in the next video.